Food, the very essence of life itself. Food is the very source of energy, the source of power that all us Homo sapiens need in order to survive. I'm pretty sure if you're watching this video, you probably love food just as much as me. And with me being the food-loving fat piece of shit I am, best believe I know a thing or two about some good-ass food. Now with me being the food lover I am, I want to take a trip down memory lane and discuss some of the most goated but also terrible childhood snacks. I want to really dig deep into that small little brain of mine and reminisce on some of the best snacks / food I ate growing up as a kid. I will also be going ahead and rating these snacks. 1 meaning it's fucking awful and whoever created it should go to hell. 10 meaning it's so good that I jizz myself every time I take a bite. First, I want to go ahead and talk about a snack that will go down in history as one of the most iconic, one of the most taste bug satisfying snacks in human history. Honey buns. Now if you've never experienced the sweet sticky goodness of a honey bun before, then it probably means your parents didn't love you. Honey buns were the definition of an S tier snack. It didn't matter what time it was, what day it was, a nice honey bun would always taste good as shit. I remember coming home from school as a kid and literally destroying my kitchen pantry just to get to that box of honey buns. And don't even get me started talking about when these things were warm. I can't describe to you how good that shit used to taste. I remember I developed an entire mouthful of cavities because of how many of these I used to eat. I don't care what anyone says, honey buns is a straight S tier 10 out of 10 snack. Facts. If you disagree, then your mother hates you. Next, we got toaster strudels. Now, I don't even know how many people out there have even eaten these before. It's been so damn long since I've had one of these things, I almost forgot they fucking existed. These were those little square jelly-filled strudel things you would put in the toaster for a few minutes and then they'd pop out. I'm not even gonna lie to you though, the actual strudel itself wasn't even the best part. The best part was that delicious, delectable white frosting that came with it. I used to always squirt that frosting all over my face. It was just so damn good. There would be times I wouldn't even eat the strudel. I would just guzzle down the frosting. I also remember they used to promote the fuck out of these on TV. It seemed like once a commercial break, you'd see a toaster strudel ad. And I remember in the ad, there would always be that stupid little man that would always pop out the box. Speaking of him, who is this nigga? It seemed like back in the day, I used to see this nigga everywhere. I swear this little white demon would pop up in every commercial. Like, who is he? And why is he in my house? Let me be making a toaster strudel and this nigga come out the box. We gonna have to scrap. Overall, I think the toaster strudel was a pretty solid snack. 7.5 out of 10. Next, we got Oreos. Now, I think we can all agree when I say Oreos are one of, if not the best cookies on earth. There's not many other cookies or cookie brands that are even remotely as good or even come close. That Oreos with the side of milk combo is still undefeated to this day. Oreos was just that one snack that no matter how bad your day was, a nice and healthy batch of Oreos was more than enough to cheer you up. There was no problem a nice dose of double stuffed Oreos couldn't cure, not one. Oreos were just that one snack that if you were to ever bring any to school, you just knew everybody was going to be asking you for some. Oreos were just awesome. Now there is one issue I have with some people that eat Oreos, and that's the maniacs, the psychopathic killers who for some reason tear their Oreo apart when they eat it, just to lick the cream on the inside. Why? Why destroy the Oreo just to eat the cream on the inside? You're a monster. Overall, I think we all know how good Oreos are. 9 out of 10. Next, we got PB&J. Now this is what I like to call the reliable snack. The PB&J sandwich was really a legendary snack. It was so simple to make that even a complete idiot couldn't fuck it up. It required a very minimal amount of ingredients, that being bread, peanut butter, and jelly, and it tasted absolutely amazing. The PB&J sandwich was a prime example of how even simple things can still be absolutely incredible. Not to mention, it even had a whole song made for it. It was just that peak. The PB&J was a very solid snack, 8 out of 10. Next, we got an all-time classic, fruit snacks. The over-sugared, chewy goodness of a fruit snack. Now, what is there really to be said about fruit snacks? They're amazing. The magnificent flavor of an extremely unhealthy, artificially flavored candy. Not to mention the beautiful craftsmanship to actually make the candy look like real fruit. Truly a masterpiece of a snack if I do say so myself. Aside from the fact they will always get stuck to your teeth, which was pretty annoying, I might not ever lay my hands on any actual healthy fruit that's good for you, but an artificial sugar-filled candy made to look like fruit, nigga, count me in. Not to mention these things smelled absolutely beautiful. I couldn't have been the only weirdo who would literally open the pack and take a huge whiff of it. Oh, I was? My bad. Fruit snacks are and will forever remain the best gummy candy there is. Overall, I gotta give it an 8.5 out of 10. Next, we got Warheads, aka the most painful candy there is. This shit was more like a torture device than it ever was a candy in my opinion. This is supposed to be like one of the most sour candies in the world or some shit. To be honest with you, I don't even know how in the hell this can be considered a candy. And they used to advertise this shit to kids. Like, dog, this tastes like something you're supposed to use to kill rats, not feed kids. I mean, just look at the nigga on the front of the wrapper. His face alone tells you just just how dangerous these things are. I remember eating a Warhead one time and literally feeling my stomach catch on fire. I never thought there would ever be a candy that literally had the ability to make me start crying like a baby. Warheads are probably the only candy that has ever made me get on my knees and start begging the Lord for forgiveness. If you are someone who has ever eaten an entire bag of these things, I salute you. Only a man with balls of titanium would ever even dare to eat more than one of these things, let alone the entire bag. The only time I ever even attempted to eat these literal devil candies is whenever I was dared to. I literally don't even see the enjoyment one could possibly even get from something like this. It's literally just pain and even more pain. To me, Warheads are on the same level as that stupid ass Bean Boozled challenge from a couple years ago. Just fucking awful. To the sick and twisted bastard that created these things, I hope to see you in hell. Overall, I gotta give it a -5 out of 10. Next, we got Pretzels. Now, I gotta be honest, this gotta be, and I quote, one of, if not the most overhyped snack of all time. I remember niggas used to love eating these things, and I never understood why. For one, this shit tasted like dirt, and it was salty as fuck, and the aftertaste it would leave in your mouth was just disgraceful. I'd rather chew on cement than ever be subject to eating a damn pretzel. I remember being a little kid, and my teacher at school always trying to give us these things for snack time. One time I got fed up with them serving us these barely edible, over-salted rocks for snack time, so I grabbed a handful of them and threw them right in her face. Don't you dare try and feed me this off-brand dog food. Do I look like an animal to you? For snack time, I actually want some good shit to eat, not that food made for peasants. To this day, there's still a deep-rooted hatred in my soul for these atrocious snacks. I get a disgusted look on my face whenever I see someone scarfing down on these things. I honestly just can't and probably will never understand people who find these things even remotely tasty. Like, are we even eating the same thing? Because you clearly must have gotten the good batch. Pretzels are easily one of my least favorite childhood snacks, 3 out of 10. Next, we got Gogurt. Now, these were those yogurt packs that you would suck up. The one thing that always stuck out to me about Gogurt was just how weird their ads used to be. Like, for example, there's this one ad of this guy absolutely deep throating a Gogurt. Granted, I will admit, I do have a pretty dirty mind. Even as a kid, this ad was weird to me. Like, why is he sucking so hard? Hey, yo! Now, what I remember loving about Gogurt so much was that the packs usually came with some cartoon-like theme. So, for example, my favorite one was the SpongeBob pack, and it came with yogurt with all the characters in SpongeBob. I used to be sucking up SpongeBob, Patrick, Mr. Krabs, Plankton, Sandy. Then you had Star Wars, Marvel. Hell, even the Frozen one was pretty good. I remember me and my friends used to always see who could suck the fastest. Pause. And of course, with me being the throat demon I am, I would always win. What can I say? I just know how to suck with maximum efficiency. Growing up, to me, Gogurts were always a very solid snack, 7 out of 10. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video right here. If you guys did enjoy, please don't forget to leave a like on this video. Please don't forget to comment some more video ideas down below. Subscribe if you are new. And yeah, that's about it. See ya.